Alright, hello and welcome back to Lands of Lore. We have just completed the Catwalk Caverns and are now going to move forward with one of the stranger portions of the game. Just going to move some of my weaponry down here that I'm going to make use of shortly. Actually, why don't we just step forward and we'll meet some new characters that are a very odd request for us.
Welcome. I have foretold your coming, and verily I welcome it. We, the Knowls of Cortes, have long been at war with the evil Zealots.
Hold thy tongue, you lying Cortesian freak! You know the rules well. The outsider must freely make a choice. Periodically, Shel, we select a champion to help us change our fate. You have been chosen.
If you agree to annihilate the Zealots, the Knowls of Cortes shall bestow untold riches upon you.
The Zealot tribe shall best any offer those weaklings make. When you succeed in destroying the pitiful Knowls, our tribe shall call you Lord Shel.
I have no quarrel with either of your people. Why would I wish to harm them?
Here are the terms, Shel. The race which survives shall reward you handsomely for killing the others. You must choose your path.
I need more time to decide your fate.
When you have decided, enter the sphere near the symbol of the tribe you wish to champion. You shall be spirited to the realm of your sponsor.
Alright, so yes, we'll talk a little bit more about that later, but if we choose to champion the Zeobs and kill the Knowls, we step through this portal, and upon defeating them, we will be granted with one full fighting level for all of our characters. However, if we make the choice which we're going to make and champion the Knowls, killing the Zeobs, we'll be granted with one full magic level, which particularly with Shel, I want. So we'll step forward here. You'll notice that I removed all of our armor. And the reason for that is because both of these enemies, really, but the Zeobs in particular, have a very high percentage chance of destroying all your armor, and I don't want to deal with that. So, we're just going to take the very high risk of dying due to our lack of armor, and we're just going to focus on kind of resting up every opportunity we can, so we always have as much health and magic as possible. I would argue that the Zeobs are the hardest enemy in the game, particularly in large groups, which is what we're dealing with here. Part of that is because we never have any armor when we're fighting them, but still is something that makes things difficult. We'll try and wait till that second guy gets in range before we bust out our magical abilities here. Alright, that's not great. Okay, there we go. So, yes, I would definitely say that these are probably the hardest enemies and the hardest portion of the game as a whole. It is part of the game when I am most likely to actually use the items down here. These healing items, which so often just kind of get left forgotten by me, because generally you don't need them. Build up a little bit of backup abilities here. Okay, let's finish you off. I don't like you. Very good. And now we will actually rest. There's going to be a lot of tenuous moments, I expect, during this period. And in particular, I really want to make sure I don't get kind of trapped with people in front of and behind me. This niche on the wall here, pressing this button causes it to appear and disappear, and if you put anything in there and then press the button, that item will just simply disappear for forever. Which is pretty obnoxious, but Like a little trap, I guess. And this is exactly what I didn't want. Actually, let's focus on just staying healed. Alright, good. Paulson's fighting has gone up. We still need his magic ability to go up. We're going to let Shel focus more on healing this go around. Although when we have larger groups, that may change. There we go. Sometimes I just don't like dealing with things. Okay, we have another secret wall here, and this one unveils a Bazel cup, which we will take and highly likely use. Alright, let's rest while we're behind here. It's actually a somewhat dangerous move, because if we do get attacked by an enemy, we won't be able to see if they're alive, dead, what's going on with them. But that's okay. I am going to start by heading more to the east and circling back around, but I do want to go down this pathway first and collect this key. And we will see why relatively shortly. Alright, good. Now we'll head back. The fireball wands, which we have plenty of, unfortunately don't do a very significant amount of damage against the Zeobs. So I tend not to use it very much, or them very much, because I don't really want to waste them when they're so much more effective against the enemies that we will be facing in Castle Samaria. And as such, we won't have that kind of additional weapon available to us, which has, you know, been so valuable throughout the Rubbish Mines, the War of Wyval. But that's okay. So we have our own abilities and some other items that we can still use. This is an exit to the caverns if you just wish to return, or to the dungeons rather, if you just wish to return to the caverns. And you know, whether you're trying to heal or collect items, drop off some inventory, whatever it is you need doing, that is a way to do that. Here we have some more enemies. And then, alright, so Mikata's magic increased very significantly. It went from being able to cast just Mr. Doom 1 to being able to cast it a second time. There we go. And we can use this copper key to open this very not copper looking lock. And that opens a portal to the Knowls homeworld. And if we step through, we can see whether or not we have finished killing all the Zeobs. My guess is the answer is no. Let's see.
Welcome to the Gore-Tex, ancestral home of the Knowls. You have been chosen to rid our world of the Zeobs, yet they still flourish. Go back and do battle with our enemies, and great fortune will smile upon you.
You can attack them, and I think if you kill just a few, you can get the key to be able to leave, but then you don't get the level boost, so I don't like doing that.
While I respect the importance of your struggle, we have urgent business elsewhere. Is there not an expedient method of entering the castle?
I regret to inform you that our ancient tradition precludes our giving assistance to anyone who fails to champion our cause.
Fair enough. All right. So let's finish with the killings. While we exterminate an entire race for no real reason. Which is why I talk about how this is such a bizarre and random addition to the game. Like, these things come out of nowhere. Weird alien-looking enemies. And you're just sort of supposed to kill everyone, I guess. I don't know. Seems like a somewhat bizarre request, but, you know, who am I to judge? Paulson's magic level should be very close to going up. His fighting already went up. do that quickly. Good, alright. And yeah, let's get at least 3 walls set up here. Come on. Alright, let's... I hate using these items when there's only one enemy, but I think the situation demanded it. Very good. Only thing worse than wasting the items when there's only one enemy is actually dying against one enemy. Let's make sure we didn't miss anything. Good, we have not. Let's go to the eastern route first. We're gonna come up here. Okay. And I have a feeling he's about to... Ah, come on. Couldn't have waited just a couple more seconds there, Paulson. Alright. Should just be 1 or 2 more castings, and Paulson's level should go up. We'll see how much his magic increases with this level and then the next one. Let's see. Kata's at 64. Paulson is at 69. So let's see how our numbers change. Oops. This just reconnects with the area that we were just at on this eastern portion. Oh, we did miss a spot. Let's just close that off quickly. Good. Alright, now we can head back in here. Yeah, I was going to say, we can hear that some enemies are close by. And we can see that Shel's health is not doing well, but that's fine. Very good. This should be... oh, no. Alright, let's take care of this guy. I was hoping to heal up before I met any more enemies, but... Come on. You can do it, guys. I believe in you. There we go. Oh, Shel, you take so long. Okay. Good, so we'll go up there after, but for the time being, let's head in these doors here. Nothing there, and this guy. I probably could have gone in there and just hidden if I had thought about it, but I didn't. Oh well. Hindsight's 50-50. I feel like that might not be the phrase. Alright, so another Dwarvish plate mail, another Bannon's Reserve, which we can put down here. Ooh, 2. I thought there was just 1.
Empty.
Alright, we'll have to check out the... Nope. It would be an improvement on the Saber, but as I've said, I like to keep the Saber for its increased hit rate. So, okay, let's continue moving to the west here along the northern wall. And this area in particular is where I will often have the most trouble. There's a lot of enemies that will kind of congregate here. So I want to have some of my stuff ready. Info. Gonna kind of go past and collect something first, and perhaps I still will. In particular, I should point out that despite the fact that I'm using a good deal of magic against them, magic isn't particularly powerful against the Zeobs. It's part of what makes them so difficult. The Knowls are actually by far the easier opponent. They have an annoying ability that we've seen from a couple other enemies to make you drop all of your equipment, in particular your current weapon. But other than that, they just aren't particularly potent warriors. The Zeobs, however, are much stronger. Let's open this up. I'm going to grab Nathaniel's key, which God knows why it's in the dungeons. Makes no sense. But then again, nothing about the dungeons really makes a great deal of sense, so that's okay. Alright, let's do this. Hopefully the enemies will have thinned out slightly and won't be so much of a problem. With those two that we were able to take out before, we still have these guys here. Probably should have rested, but that's fine. Because I'm going to use a Guardian, which should do a huge amount of damage. Guardian is a great item. I should have used Doc Shel to heal himself, but that's fine. Alright, there we go. Could use a second Guardian or the Ace of Oblivion here, which I am not going to do. This is apparently the strongest Zeob in the history of the world. With the greatest of evasion abilities. I still have a salve somewhere. I have this. I don't use that. Hey! Turns out I was a liar. So his magic went up to 90, so not a bad increase. 21 points. Alright, let's rest a little. There we go. Alright, so let's head back down to our fun toys. Finish off, make sure nothing's down here. Nothing of interest, at least. What do we got? Dwarvish boots. Oh, alright. And another golden mail.
Empty.
Very good. Alright, so we're about 60-70% of the way done with this area. So we'll head down here. Continue past this chest we saw before. And there is a path down here. But if we step forward, we will have a spiked cannonball fired at us, so we're going to go around the other way. Although we have one fired here too. Oh well, whatever. I guess I should have just gone with the original. But I had to do one of them either way, so. Could have gone the entire way around, but that would have been a waste of time. Here we have where I just was. And, okay. So let's continue down this way first. Alright. Did I miss a path? I did not. Good. Yeah, let's go this way first. Okay, so a couple doors here. Some interesting items behind them. I think this one in particular should have the diamond, which we will come back to in the next video. Ah, there's that salve. I knew there was one around. We just hadn't gotten to it yet.
Empty.
Okay. And then another thing which we will talk about in the next video is this switch. We're going to hit it right now. And the reason for that... Did I get it twice? No. The reason for that we will talk about later. Another chest. A useless axe. A useless oil flask. Am I out of space? Almost.
Empty.
Okay, these northern doors are empty. We don't need to worry about them. Just finish off the map there. I'm going to put a couple of items down here just to... You know, I have more of these than I thought. I should have been using them. That's fine. Just keep it in mind for now. We're going to leave you here. We're going to leave you here. And then we have here a portal that we're not going to step through. We might, but it brings us to the same location that this treasure chest can bring us to. Now, if we unlock it quickly, then it will not transport us. However, if we fail to unlock it, we will get transported. This helm is worse than all the ones we currently have, so we don't need it. And so, since we successfully unlocked that chest, we will actually use this portal and step through. And it brings us over to this kind of separate area over here. Step forward, meet a couple Zeobs, say goodbye to a couple Zeobs. And Paulson is now able to cast level 3. And they gave us the key, which is kind of a random drop, doesn't always happen. And it doesn't really matter because you don't actually need it, but you can use it, and I will. But it's mostly unnecessary, and I will show you why. I'll just let them come into view so they don't team up on me. Good, so we got all the levels we needed, so I don't need to worry about that anymore. Oh. So this key opens up this, and I think now this ebony key is... Oh, ebony key would theoretically open up that lock, which we don't need, obviously, but we'll just sort of put it here for now, because I will need some junk items later, so why not just keep it? Alrighty, so put you right there. Let's continue on. Now we will be traveling down this western portion of the pathway. Thought I'd gone too far. And this is pretty much where we're going to be coming to the end of this area, which is nice. It doesn't really take that long. It's fairly short, but it can be quite frustrating with whatever. I'm just gonna get hit by this. Doesn't matter. With how powerful these enemies can. Oh, he stepped away. That's annoying. Not like wasting our spells, particularly in this area.
I don't have enough magic.
All right, calm down. I'm gonna go to our items. I don't like how little health we all have. Actually, maybe I'll do this. Oh, I really don't like this. Actually, we still have 2 guys, that's fine. I should have just healed, that would have been smarter. It's fine. It's fine, everything's fine. Everything's not fun. I lied. Got a lot more frightening very rapidly. Killing me, Shel. You're killing me. Actually, you're killing yourself, but that's fine. Salves do so little at this point in the game. It's generally why once you get to the swamp, I really just don't use them anymore, but... We'll at least have the cut alive. You can do a little bit of good. There we go. And let's try this again. It's a very frustrating moment when you're just kind of trapped by that one enemy and they just won't hit. But we have prevailed. Alright, where we're at. So we should have taken out just about everything, just this one path left here. Now, sometimes you do still miss enemies. They're just kind of floating around. You end up having to go back to find them, but it's okay. We'll take care of it. but hopefully we'll get lucky and this will kind of be the end of it. I'm going to try to wait for that guy to step back into frame. Alright, good. Should be getting all 3 of them now. Alright. There we go. Strong work, team. This is where we will use the gold key, and it will basically do nothing for us. This would have taken us to the Zeob homeworld, but seeing as we are fighting them, that path is not open to us. There is a small chance that we have now killed off all of these enemies, but let's see if we are truly that lucky. We got a George's Kite Shield, which I'm going to give to Paulson. Another bit of mail. Let's see this here.
Empty.
Okay, let's carry on. So we need to go back to the Knoll area. If I can figure out where I am. Okay. Yes, we're going to go back to the Knoll area and find out whether or not we have finished killing everyone. That doesn't look like it. And they'll tell us, oh, there's still more to kill, or you're done. Sadly, they can't tell us, like, how many, which might be nice just for planning, I guess. But that's fine. We will survive. It's enough. Should be right here. Alright, how are we doing, guys?
Hail, Shel. You have defeated our enemies, the Zeods. We, the Knowls people, thank you. Please accept our grateful offerings.
Woohoo! Woohoo! Woohoo!
We must hasten into the heart of the castle Samaria to find the evil hag Scotia.
Gotta love his vocalization. Okay, so let's see. He was, I think, like 193. We're up to 227. Mikata was, I think, 64 or so. 82. Still remarkably low for the guy who came in as, like, the person learning to use magic. And then Paulson was just at 90, and he's now at 108. So, very good increase for a single video. Now, let's see if we can find locations for all of these fun new items. This is the purple key that we will be using. Death Stick, which is almost entirely useless. Valiant's Cube, which we will absolutely want. But then there's a couple other items here as well. One of these, I think, is a Banon's Reserve. Alright, so we're out of Humanoid Bone, Banon's Reserve, and Ace of Oblivion. I do want an Ace of Oblivion. Put you up there. You I'm going to carry with me. And obviously this Humanoid Bone is useless, but I will use it for, let's see, oh, haha, we can put our armor back. Probably, let's see how that does. Alright, so this is stronger. Leave that on you. Okay, good. Alright, that takes care of our problem in terms of carrying things. So let's head back to that central area. See if I can get there without any assistance. Alright, should be here. We'll get a spike thrown at us, which is fine. Oh, never mind. Hang on. There it is. Alright, excellent. So, I'll put this purple key in here. And this will open up the pathway to Castle Samaria. I'm going to save things right here, end the video, and then off screen I'll just offload all of these useless items, pack in a few more fireball ones, and when we return, we will finally enter into Castle Samaria. We will save King Richard, and we will have our final showdown with Scotia. But till then, see ya.